Hi everyone, in this video I'll show you how to customize KDE 5.18 like this, so with a GNOME slash macOS style, and we'll see some tweaks that you can do to have this kind of style. And a reason to use KDE instead of GNOME is that KDE uses about the half the RAM that GNOME uses. So at least according to my tests. So this is a clean session, and it uses 546 meg of RAM. So let's start. I'll close this, and these are some gestures that we will see. So with forefinger down, you can switch from an open window to another one. Forefinger to right, we move to another desktop and also back. And the forefinger up, we see all the active desktops. Okay, let's start. This is the easiest one. It's the dock. KDE doesn't have a dock by default, but you can install it from the package manager, Discover. And then you search for latte, and you install this package from Discover, and then you have this kind of dock, and you can use right click dock settings. You can decide where you prefer to put the dock, so on the side, on the bottom, and with the dodge maximized, you choose the behavior. So the dock is always visible, but if you maximize a window, the dock disappears. So you can choose the behavior you prefer. Then some tweaks for the touchpad. I prefer natural scrolling, so it's inverted the scrolling. And to do it, you go to the settings. Okay, this one, system settings. And here you search for touchpad, and you enable invert scroll. And I also enabled tap to click, which is very useful, and it allows to select a word without pressing too much the touchpad. So with a fast double tap, you can select a word. And then some customization about the shortcuts, and you can search for shortcuts, global shortcuts, and I didn't find some default shortcuts for this behavior. This is KWIN, and if you search meta, okay, this is to show the windows in the current desktop. So you can try super, the window key, and W, and you can configure a gesture like this. You can also change it if you prefer another one. And yeah, and also if we find this, switch to previous desktop. So this one, and also this one. So we can use super right, super left to change the current desktop. This is useful because later we will map these keys with libinput-gesture to do it with a gesture and not with the keyboard shortcut. Okay, now we will see this one. It's libinput-gesture. If you Google it, you'll find the project. Unfortunately, it isn't packaged in Debian or Ubuntu or in other distros. So the project is this one, libinput-gestures, and these are the instructions. So you run this command, then you install the missing dependencies. So I'm using Ubuntu, so I run this command and also this one. And then you have to grab the source code, and you also need to do these commands, but you need also to install build essential package from Ubuntu. And yeah, because some dependencies are required. And just to see how it works, if you use an editor like this one, you need also the configuration file, which is this one. It's inside your home directory, .config libinput-gesture.conf. You can override it with the preferences you used. So this is for the workspace, and yeah, this is for to show the different desktops. So it's this command here. This is for the open windows, this one. And it also works inside the applications. So with the 3 fingers left, you go to the previous page. 3 finger right, you go to the current page. So this it's a basic configuration. And yeah, you also have to run once this command. So libinput-gestures setup auto start and this one. Then we have some other minor fixes or settings. Like you can change the default font for the system. So in system settings, you search font, this one, and you can do adjust all fonts, and you pick product sans. You can Google it, it's a popular font, and you also can override the dimension of the font for the UI. And these are my settings. Then this is another important thing, is the application panel, and you can use the default panel you have. You can right click and add the panel and empty panel. So here we have an empty panel, and we can put on it the widget we want. So let's try. This is the digital clock. Okay. And then we put the application menu here. And Okay, and it's also important to put the spacer. Otherwise, it could happen that these two widgets goes together in one side or another. So you can add the spacer. Okay, so this is the spacer, and we can also add some other menus. Try global menu. So this, let's see. Okay, we have it. Okay, so I close, and we have a similar menu like the one we have above. And when you have the selected window, you should see the application menu. Okay, not every application works like that, but as you can see, we have the KDE menu, the application menu, and the time. Okay, I remove this panel. Yeah, you can build the panel as you prefer. Let's try. Why? Okay, this one. Remove panel. Okay. So you can put also the try to see all the other notification in one panel. And then the last minor change is the scrolling on the desktop. By default, the default configuration is that if you scroll on the desktop, you change the desktop. But honestly, I don't like it. So I go to configure desktop, and here we have more options under mouse, and you can remove here the feature, or you can add it back. So it was like this, and you press minus and you remove this feature and then apply. So these are my configuration for the KDE desktop. I find it very snappy and very configurable. So I recommend this desktop environment for Linux. And that's it. Leave me a like if you want more videos like this, and see you. Bye.